Yo, let me tell y'all something. Something I came to terms with when this little guy behind me was born, right, King? So, I used to be really cold-hearted when it came to situations. Even if I was in the right, I would look for the meanest possible way to do said thing, just because I thought I was right. Never really thinking about other people's feelings, how they would react to it. Always with the thought in my head that at the end of the day, I'm right and they're wrong. So it doesn't matter what method I use to do such thing. I'm justified because I'm right at the end. Which, it works, but for only so long. Until you start thinking about, whose feelings you're hurting. Is it really called for to, beat somebody down with words, so to say? Is it worth it hurting somebody's feelings so much, or messing up somebody's day? Now, I'm man enough to say I've done a lot of stuff to people that it was very, 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 very uncalled for. Like, there was no point to it. Like, they would do something in the slightest to me, which was wrong, and I would just strike back with freaking doors, hammer, and shit. And I'm not talking about messed up things like, I freaking gave her 4 flats on her car, some crazy stuff like that. Or I would do something like, I don't know, go out with them and then just leave them somewhere because they pissed me off. I don't care where it was at. We were out, pissed me off about, yo, can you get that from me? All right, get out the car, drive away. Stuff like that. Nothing criminal. Nothing like, because nobody would piss me off to that extent. And in my mind, another thing that justified it for me was that I was like, I want this person out of my life. And the only way to get this person completely out of my life is if I do something messed up to them, and they'll just stop hitting me up. It worked a lot. Another fun fact, which, I'm talking about girls. Now with guys, I dropped out of school when I was 16 years old. I would say like a week or so after dropping out, I was still chilling with the people that I always chilled with. And I remember the phone call, which I don't know if they'll ever see this video, but they'll know the last time I ever spoke to them. And I'll give them my train of thought as to why right now. So, I was getting into my music thing. I was like recording on my dad's DJ equipment and what's so not, and writing records and writing verses, whatever. Getting into it, editing videos and whatever, trying to see what I could come up with, making beats. That's what happened mostly after I dropped out. Like, really super getting into it, because I had all the time in the world. These guys hit me up. His name's Joel. There you go. He hit me up. I'm like, what's up? What's happening? Oh, we're going to go to New York City. I was like, for what? I was like, you like to chill. I'm like, chill? Like, what are we going to do? Like, oh, let's walk around Times Square. I'm like, why? Like, not word for word. I don't remember word for word the conversation. I was like, what? Why? Like, I don't know why of all time, because it was me and a group of like 5 to 10 of us, depending on. I'll be like, why? Why are we gonna do that? Like, for what? That day just hit me. I don't know. The finger of God touched my brain or something, because I can't remember asking something like that, because before we used to do just like pointless, senseless shit. Yo, let's go to the mall. Why? To walk around. Okay. Went to the mall. Yo, let's go. Like, just like senseless stuff that had no point of being. And I was like, yo, stop calling me. Click. As I said it, I don't know if they thought I was being sarcastic, because I know one other time they hit me up and just didn't pick up, and that was it. Life moved on. I just dedicated myself to what I like to do, and kept it moving. But yeah, like, now when I think about it in retrospect, what if their relationship with me meant more to them than it did to me, and I was just like, man, Don't hit me up. Click. Was that really the way to do things? Of course, I was 16 and you can't go back on that either, and it's messed up. But now, something else. Like, yeah, I'm talking about instances where there's a freaking million of them, but stuff that comes to my head. So, I was younger than that. I was about maybe 15 years old. My mom used to watch this kid, who, I don't remember his name. I remember he had glasses and he had curly little hair. He was around, I would say, 11 or so, and I was 15. And I remember his mom used to make him the same food every day. Because, you know, my mom would pick him up from school, have him do his homework, and she would come like 3-4 hours later. He would eat the same dinner every day. And in retrospect, I'm like, damn, something must be tough over there for the same, like, it was like rice and the same meat and the juice of the meat into the rice, and that's what he ate every day. Like, I don't know how long my mom watched him for, because I don't remember that. But I do remember one time we were playing or something. And mind you, I'm only like 4 years older than this kid, maybe 5. Something went wrong where he like hit me by mistake, and I overreacted and hit this kid back, like in his shoulder or something. And I just remember the look of pain in his face, like clenched his eyes and clenched where I hit him. He's like, ah. And I was like, at the time I was mad because he had hit me, but you know, it wasn't to the point where I was more mad about it than it hurting, because it didn't really hurt. In retrospect now, I'm like, damn, what if that was somebody did that to my son? You know what I'm saying? The other, like, I really think about that to this day. Like, I wish that kid, I mean, if I'm 32 now, he has to be like 28, 27. If I meet that kid again, I'll get him a present or something for like, yo, what's up? I'll get him something, because I really feel bad to this day. You know, ever since this kid, King, was born, my son, I started thinking about shit like that. I was like, yo, what if somebody did that to my son? Not that I would react like a freaking animal and be like, what? But, you know, just the other side of things. You'd be like, damn, that's messed up. You know, even it's like little stuff like that. And mind you, that kid, I think my mom watched him for like 2 or 3 more days, and then the lady just told him, oh, don't pick up my son today, and that was it. So maybe he told his mom or something, whatever. That, you know, but yeah, it makes me, I don't know. I don't think the kid had a dad either. That really messes me up. That I did something so dumb when I was young, kid, of course, a kid, but you know, you think about it. I have a really good memory. I don't have anything that fogs my memory. I have a real good memory of like all of my life. But yeah, and then with like girls, like I don't have a daughter, but some real messed up shit to girls, man. Like, I'll kick them out of my house and shit. Like, have them, I don't know how they got home. Never spoke to them again. They would live like 4 towns over. I would like have a girl go to the movie theaters, get head, and then another girl hit me up, and in my insane way of thinking, I'll be like, man, I can't drop her off at her house and then make it to this other girl's house at the time that I said I'm gonna make it. I have to leave her here and just do that. It was really disgusting shit, despicable shit. Now, in the grand scheme of things, it wasn't like, it was messed up morally, but it wasn't like, yo, I was like robbing these girls or like taking their stuff or any of that. I wasn't doing none of that, you know. So, you know, I don't like sit down and like, oh man, I gotta make it up to them. But it was just morally messed up, I would say. And, you know, having a kid, at least for me, it opened up my eyes. I'm like, what if somebody would have did that to my son? How would I feel about that? Swear to God, when this kid was born, when I see him like come out of his mom, yo, like everything, like I became a softer person. Really did. If having a kid doesn't change your attitude, something's wrong with you as a human being. Like, if you don't look at life different, yeah, something's wrong with you. I don't know if it has to do with the age that I had my son. I was already in my 30s. I wasn't like a 20-year-old kid. You know, but I've always felt that way with my nephews and shit. My nephew's been around since like I was like fucking 14 and shit. But then again, I didn't think about it like I did with my son. You know what I'm saying? Like, my son goes with me everywhere. Like, I knew of dudes who was like my age back then. They would have kids and they would just be out without their kids. Like, I can't picture being like, yeah, I'm gonna go out and try to find somebody to watch my son. Like, that's not gonna happen. I'm taking my son with me. I don't care where it is, unless, you know, I can't, like, to like something he can't come to. But like, but overall, 99% of the time he's coming with me. Like, it might be crazy to some, but my son is my responsibility. Like, nobody else is supposed to protect him but me. Like, I don't give that responsibility to nobody at all. Like, for real. I don't understand deadbeat moms, deadbeat dads. Like, it's like a foreign language to me. Just makes no sense. Like, how do you have a kid and I want to be around them like all the time? I know at some point my son's gonna have his own friends. He's gonna he's gonna be at that age where he could go out by himself with his friends. I know that's gonna come one day. It happens with everybody. I mean, you don't, like, even when I did it with my parents, I didn't mean any bad by it. I was just going out and doing my life. It happens. I don't know where the roads is gonna go for my son, if he's gonna go to college or whatever, or he's gonna go freaking, I don't know, go move with his girl when he's 18 to freaking Alaska. Like, I don't know. Whatever it is, I think about shit like that. It's like these moments when they're kids and you get to take care of them. I would never understand how now I'm gonna talk about guys right now, because deadbeat moms, you know, they do exist and shit. But as far as guys, man, like, I don't understand. Like, it's despicable to me how your children have, when you think about it, so few moments where they are going to be attached to your leg because you're their parent, and because they want to be around you and they want to play with you and they want to do everything with you, and you abandon them and come back when they're grown people, or see them again when they're grown. That's, yo, I wouldn't even know how to live with myself if that should happen to me. Like, that doesn't register in my head, that I would not want to be like, yo, I take my son everywhere. And I say, I'm like, I'm just saying, like, I don't know what I am as a dad or whatever. I won't even, I'm saying I go everywhere with him. Like, I never leave him alone. Never leave him home. For what? Where do I need to go that he can't come? For real. Like, I don't know, man. That's just the way I think. I mean, it's the way I feel about it. So, yeah.